जी सर, वो चेक करा रहे हैं डीन, वो कहते पर्सनल आईडी पे भेजते, तो वो कह रहे हैं मैं चेक कराता हूँ अभी डीन की आईडी पे। तो स्टार्ट करते हैं सर फिर। सुफियान सर।
जी स्टार्ट करिए, तो कह रहा हूँ।
ठीक।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
You are muted.
One week faculty welcomes you all to 1 week faculty development program on enabling technologies for artificial intelligence, machine learning, and IoT. As per the tradition, we start with a recitation of Holy Quran. I call Dr. Muhammad Inamullah, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Engineering, to recite a few verses.
Okay, I'm audible.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها النبي إنا أرسلناك شاهدا ومبشرا ونذيرا وداعيا إلى الله بإذنه وسراجا منيرا وبشر المؤمنين بأن لهم من الله فضلا كبيرا صدق الله العظيم. Let me translate these words for the participants. O Prophet, we have sent you as a witness and as a bearer of good news and a warner. The Holy Prophet ﷺ will be a witness for those who obeyed Allah. And we have sent you as the one who calls people towards Allah with his permission, and as a luminous lamp. So give good news to the believers that they are going to receive a huge bounty from Allah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I now take this opportunity to introduce you to the dignitaries on the virtual dais. We're having with us Professor Parvez Mustajab, Dean Faculty of Engineering and Technology, AMU, who will be joining us soon. The next distinguished guest to honor us with his presence is Professor M.M. Sufyan Beg, Principal, Zakir Hussain College of Engineering and Technology. We also have Dr. Abdus Samad, Coordinator of the Faculty Development Program. I now request Dr. Samad to deliver the welcome address and also give an overview of the Faculty Development Program.
आप म्यूट हैं अब्दुल समद साहब, you are muted. And Dean Saab is also here. Professor Parvez Mustajab Saab is also here. We are not able to hear you, Dr. Abdul Samad.
Sir, I am here. I am audible.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, now you are audible. Yeah, please go ahead.
A very warm good morning to one and all. I, Abdus Samad, Associate Professor, Department of Computer Engineering, Aligarh Muslim University, Aligarh, welcoming all the participants, colleagues, and other dignitaries in the opening ceremony of AICTE-sponsored ATAL 1 Week Faculty Development Program on Enabling Technologies for Artificial Intelligence, Machine Learning, and IoT. I would like to express my warm welcome to our today's chief guest, respected Professor Parvez Mustajab, who is presiding over the inaugural session. Professor Mustajab is a senior professor in the Electronics Engineering Department and presently serving as Dean, Faculty of Engineering and Technology, AMU Aligarh. My warm welcome to Professor Mirza Muhammad Sufyan Beg, who will deliver the inaugural address shortly. Professor Beg is serving as Principal, Zakir Hussain College of Engineering and Technology, and presently also as Chairman, Department of Computer Engineering, AMU. On behalf of the organizing committee, my heartfelt welcome to all the distinguished resource persons who will share their knowledge in different sessions of the program. It's a matter of immense pleasure that Zakir Hussain College of Engineering and Technology, AMU, is hosting this 5 days faculty development program on the emerging field of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and IoT. It is sponsored by AICTE ATAL Academy. Artificial intelligence is an emerging technology of 21st century. AI, in at least one of its various forms, has had an impact on all major industries in the world today. AI has been particularly rampant in the past few years as there have been several advancements in data collection, analysis, and processing. The key contributors to these advancements are robust IoT connectivity and high-speed processors to fortify it, the exponential growth of the number of devices connected to the internet, and the exponential volume of data created by them necessitate the use of analytical and predictive techniques of AI and machine learning. Our distinguished speakers will deal with these topics in detail and give all the insight about the various aspects of AI, IoT, and machine learning. In this FDP, there will be 14 sessions. Out of these 14, there will be 11 technical sessions, 2 hands-on, and 1 mandatory session on psycho-spiritual approaches to stress management. In day 1, we have with us Mr. Syed Yasin, Chief Scientist, AI and Machine Learning, Bangalore, Dr. Aditya Nigam, IIT Mandi, and Dr. Sanatan Sukhija, Mahindra University, Hyderabad. In day 2, we have with us Professor Sudeep Misra, IIT Kharagpur, Dr. Zahid Raza, JNU, New Delhi, and Dr. Surya Prakash, IIT Indore. In day 3, we have with us Dr. Saif Abrar, IBM Bangalore, Dr. Puneet Gupta, IIT Indore, and Dr. Surjit Devnath, Department of Medical Lab Technology, Agartala. In day 4, we have with us Dr. Yayati Gupta, Mahindra University, Hyderabad, Dr. Muhammad Abulash, South Asian University, New Delhi, and Dr. Kamlesh Tiwari, BITS Planning. In day 5, we have with us Professor Mirza Muhammad Sufyan Beg and Professor Akbar Hussain, both from AMU Aligarh. I am confident that those who are participating in the program will be benefited a lot and enhance their knowledge and will ultimately share the same with their students for the betterment of the society at large. We received overwhelming response for this FDP, and we have maximum allowed participants registered, that is 200. I welcome you all again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your influential address. Now I would like to call upon Professor M.M. Sufyan Beg, Principal, Zakir Hussain College of Engineering and Technology, to deliver the inaugural address.
Assalamu alaikum and good morning. Professor Parvez Mustajab Sahab, Dean, Faculty of Engineering and Technology, other fellow colleagues, dear participants from all over the country. It's a matter of reach for the Department of Computer Engineering in particular and the Faculty of Engineering and Technology and Zakir Hussain College of Engineering and Technology in general. This ATAL FDP program All because of the pandemic, we are able to do it in the online mode, and we would have loved to host you all physically here, but life must go on. So because of the lockdown, we have to do it in the online mode. For the participants who have never been to our campus, let me give you a brief overview. We started as an educational institution way back in 1875. Yes, 1875. And we became a university in 1920. So we have the existence of 100 years now as a university, and more than that as an educational institution. Our engineering college, it is started in 1905. That way we boast of a very rich legacy. Let me also apprise you that from our university, we have proudly produced 2 Bharat Ratnas in the former President of India, Dr. Zakir Hussain, after whom we have named our college, and he was also the Vice Chancellor of our university, and Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan, the Frontier Gandhi. So these 2 Bharat Ratnas are our alumni. Also, we have produced some 8 Padma Vibhushans, 11 Padma Bhushan awardees, and 27 Padma Shri awardees from our university. So that way we have a rich legacy and very large feet to fill in. As far as our engineering college is concerned, we have 7 branches of engineering and 1 added this year in food technology. So all the 7 branches, they have been accredited by the National Board of Accreditation for 5 years consecutively in 2 terms. So this is the second term of 5 years of accreditation to our BTech program in all these 7 streams that we had. Besides that, we have around 14 MTech programs. 11 of them are accredited for full 5 years and 3 are accredited for 3 years. So that way we are maintaining our standards. We have been writing funded project proposal grants. We have been granted patents, and there is a lot to speak about. But let me get back to the theme of this particular FDP, artificial intelligence. So let me give you a very basic point to ponder. The basic thing that sets the human beings apart from the rest of the living beings is the intelligence. And because of this intelligence, we as human beings are able to defeat or able to overcome or able to control all the intelligence that our Creator has bestowed us with. And even they fall short when it comes to the infusion of intelligence in them or the lack of intelligence in them. The biggest supercomputer, if it doesn't have the intelligence, it will fail miserably in comparison to the powers of thinking and pondering and reasoning that human beings have. I'll give you a very basic example. Suppose there is a computer which does have intelligence in it, and you ask that computer, there are 2 clocks. One clock is non-functional and the other one is running late by 5 minutes. Which one is a better? A dumb computer will give you the answer that the one which is non-functional is better because it will give you the correct time twice at least in a day. Whereas the one which is running 5 minutes late will give the correct. So this is the level that the computer will droop down if there is intelligence. So this is why it becomes a thrust area to infuse intelligence, or for that matter, the artificial intelligence into the computing machines so that they are able to produce or they are able to perform human beings like functions. They are still very far away from that. In fact, I have a full lecture on Friday, so I'll be elaborating more over there as to why we fall short. So now the need arises for things like artificial intelligence, for things like machine learn, make a machine learn, how can we make a computer learn? And IoT becomes an integral part in this strongly connected world. We are aspiring to connect each and every device around us to the same network so that we are able to control things even when we are away. I remember when I was visiting one of my relatives in the United States, we were out shopping in a mall. When the phone bell rang on my host's mobile phone, so since we had been together for a couple of days, so I could identify that the ring is having a different tone. I asked him, why is the tone different? You know, my inquisitiveness made me ask. He said, actually, there is somebody who is visiting our house and he has pressed the bell there. And that bell was ringing on his cell phone. So I said, so what are you going to do? How will it help you if the bell rings on your phone and somebody is visiting your house? He said, just keep watching. He switched on the camera of his phone and the screen of his phone, and he could see the person who was visiting his house. And he could talk to him directly, converse with him. There was a courier. He could direct him and he could move the camera and see whether the person puts the object that he had to deliver at the requested place or not. So using Internet of Things, there are a lot many things that we can do. You can recall that the first lesson in science, we were told the definition of a machine, that is something which makes work easy. The next level of advancement is the programmability. You run a program and the machine effectively without getting fatigued. You change the set of program, the job changes. You change the set of program, the job changes. The artificial intelligence steps in, that the self-decision making capability should be induced. So it is with this basis that we have organized this ATAL FDP, so that we are able to apprise our participants of the latest developments in the realms of machine learning, artificial intelligence, and the Internet of Things. So I hope that these 5 days that you're going to spend with us virtually, though, they will be a very beneficial one. I expect that pretty soon this pandemic will go off and we'll be able to invite you physically to visit our beautiful green campus on some pretext or the other. So I welcome you, and I pray and hope that these are going to be a very fruitful days, 5 days ahead of us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your thought-provoking address. This will surely set a platform for the participants in the areas to dig deep into the areas of AI, machine learning, and IoT. I now feel honored to invite our chief guest, Dean Professor Parvez Mustajab, to deliver the presidential address.
Dear colleagues, I would like to thank Professor Sufyan Beg for a very comprehensive introduction of the college, and would like to congratulate Professor Dr. Abdul Samad for organizing this program, and also would like to congratulate the faculty members of the computer engineering department who are involved with this program. AICT has done wonders through these type of programs. A large number of ATAL programs have been organized in our institution, and there had been a lot of information coming and flowing from different type of ATAL programs from different institutions. In this era of pandemic, these have provided much needed impetus on the education of the faculty, which otherwise would have lacked because of the non interaction between teachers, between the using of the laboratories, between the students, and in fact, this particular activity has filled up a much needed gap in the teaching and learning that was there. As far as the artificial intelligence is concerned, already Professor Sufyan Beg has already elaborated upon it quite extensively. In fact, the computers basically they were in the initial stages they were considered to be one of the dumb terminals because they would do only what you have asked them to do, and they are not able to show any of its basic intelligence. And ultimately, this area, artificial intelligence, was there for the last many decades, maybe. And in fact, in the initial stages, I was also involved with this area somewhere around 90s. But the real kind of force has come now with the advent of computers becoming extremely fast and the sizes of the computer reducing by exponentially, the sizes are coming down, and therefore the overall power that is there is basically increasing. Ultimately, it is the database that is to be managed over here in the case of this. And when in the earlier times when the database was large and the computer speed was slow, it was not possible for us to extract information at the right point of time, and therefore we were not able to use these computers so effectively at that time. The computers of today are able to now think in the direction that they have got capabilities like thinking capabilities. They are able to take decision, or sometimes some way they are mimicking the human behavior, right? For example, if you see that they can expand their database by learning from the environment. So there comes the machine learning, which is important aspect of this program. So artificial intelligence is mimicking the human behavior, and then the learning is through machine language, and the connecting. We, as a human, we have a lot of perception, and we can join with the environment through our perception, by our visual, by our hearing, and so many ways. But computers, they are not able to do that. So in order to make the computers also join the Internet of Things have come into as a very handy methodology for connecting these computers. So in fact, together, these three aspects which you are going to cover are very important aspects as of now. And I would like to definitely congratulate you for organizing the program in this particular area, because this is going to be there in the market for another at least 10 to 15 years, at least till the time a new technology comes in. These things will remain, and we will require a huge manpower in the area of artificial intelligence and machine learning and IoT. Already we have got a lot of scope in this area, and this scope is increasing day by day. So I think what the topics that you have mentioned over here, foundation of neural networks, neural network architectures, introduction to IoT architecture, sensors, machine learning for IoT devices, essence in AI. These are all very important topics, and I'm sure that the resource persons who are very well established persons and accomplished speakers in their area are able to add these things into the knowledge of various people attending the programs. So in the end, I would like to wish all the organizers, attendees, and also the resource persons a very happy learning through this ATAL training and learning program. Thank you very much for joining us here. I also would like to compliment the words of Professor Sufyan Beg, where he has said that we would have loved to have you physically over here. The same is my feeling, and we really miss the people who could not come here. So we hope to see you in future once the pandemic is over. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. We hope to listen to you again in the future. As we are heading towards the closure, I would like to request Dr. Abdul Samad to cast a vote of thanks.
Respected dignitaries available online, today's resource persons, colleagues, and dear participants, I feel honored to present before you the formal vote of thanks. I would like to express my sincere thanks to our today's chief guest, Professor Parvez Mustajab, Dean Faculty of Engineering and Technology, AMU Aligarh, who spared his precious time in spite of his busy schedule. Thank you, sir, for gracing the occasion. My deepest gratitude to Professor Mirza Muhammad Sufyan Beg, Principal Zakir Hussain College of Engineering and Technology, to be with us today and for providing all type of support to make the program a grand success. I extend my sincere thanks to all the distinguished resource persons who accepted our request to contribute in different sessions of the program. My heartfelt thanks to all the attendees who registered themselves and participating in this program. I extend my deepest gratitude to AICTE ATAL for granting approval of this program in this pandemic time. I am very thankful to the organizing committee and all of my colleagues. Without their support, this program would not have been successful. I am grateful and obliged to Director Computer Center for providing all support to conduct the program smoothly in online mode. Last but not the least, I extend my gratitude to Ms. Hira Javed and Dr. Muhammad Inamullah and non-teaching staff of our department for conducting this inaugural session smoothly. Thank you all.
So with the hope and prayer that we'll be gaining a lot of insight in the areas of machine learning, artificial intelligence, and IoT in the coming days, I thank you all once again. We will be closing the session by playing the AMU Tarana, which will be followed by the national anthem. And please note that the first technical session will start soon after the national anthem. Thank you once again for joining in. We'll be now playing the AMU Tarana, which will be followed by the national anthem. Thank you very much.
Now we have with us Dr. Syed Yasin, the first resource person in the first session, technical session of this FDP program. Syed Yasin is a chief scientist, artificial intelligence, machine learning at Soft Private Limited, Bangalore. He is also the founder director of Bukle Innovations Private Limited, established in 2018 at Bangalore. He is a researcher, inventor, mentor, and entrepreneur. Sayyid's passion has been research. Even as a child, he began with his passion actively while he was in engineering. During his studies at college, he carried out significant innovations and designed algorithms that work with speech engines to produce a system that would listen to voice commands and carry out orders. Sayyid's area of expertise and interest lies in algorithms that would power the intelligent component in the next generation machines, and his vision in the near future is to power search engines, robotics, and medical sciences. Syed believes in the making of intelligent machines. His team participated in a coding challenge organized by AMU Robo Club on the occasion of World Arduino Day. It was a worldwide celebration. Syed published several patents in his research area. He contributed in the area of advanced machine learning, design architecture and algorithms, robotics, programming languages, user interface experience, text analytics, data mining, business development, product strategy, and entrepreneurship. Syed Yasin has currently taken an entrepreneurial route and has been actively involved in trying to solve the knowledge element problem of World Wide Web and enterprise. Syed received Outstanding Innovation Award 2013. He is a gold medal winner, DST India. Besides, he received honorary grant during his education at Bangalore University. He has been deputed as Senior Research Scientist, Deep Learning at RICO Innovations Private Limited, Bangalore for a period of 3 years. He has delivered expert lectures in various conferences, workshops, and symposium. Today, Mr. Syed is with us and he will deliver his talk on why do neural networks work and when will they fail. So I request Syed Yasin to please unmute yourself. Welcome you, sir.
Yeah. Assalamu alaikum. Hello, everybody. Jazakallah for the introductions. It's a humbling experience to basically come forward to share my experience in the field of artificial intelligence. Jazakallah here. Let me put across very honestly that to cover neural networks in just 2 hours, it's not easy. It's a very dry subject. It involves a lot of math, and what I could do is I would try to make this interesting by probably giving some demos that will intrigue you, and also try to walk you through some of the high-level concepts that can probably help you at a later stage understand how neural networks actually work. Neural networks, by the way, have been considered as a black box by many, and it's very important for us to understand what's inside the black box and why it actually works and when it'll not work. So this will kind of give us the why factor of understanding at a very broader spectrum of what this actually is. And also, it's also misunderstood most of the time that neural networks is the entirety of AI, which is actually not right. Neural networks is part of AI, a very small portion of AI, I would say, because we have other significant algorithms that solve much bigger